If you were to drive around my beautiful constituency of Bridlington and the Wolds, it would be hard to tell that the area played such a pivotal role in the Second World War. Only one active military base remains on the site of the old RAF Driffield at Kellythorpe and is now used by cadets and occasionally for other training. But back in the 1940s, the countryside of East Yorkshire was littered with airfields, and the area played a vital role in taking the air war to Germany. I do not have time this evening to go into the detail about each base, but I will do my best to give the House a whistle-stop tour, Madam Deputy Speaker. RAF Bridlington was made up of a number of units, including air gunnery schools, initial training wings, air-sea rescue and marine craft units. Just to the north, RAF Bempton was established as a radar station, becoming part of the Chain Home Low network. RAF Cottam, near Driffield, was a satellite base, used only occasionally for flying and mostly utilised as a bomb storage site. RAF Cowden, to the south of Hornsey, was an RAF bombing range, and we are occasionally reminded of its past when bomb disposal teams are called in to deal with ordnance unearthed by the fast-eroding coastline. RAF Hutton Cranswick was developed as a fighter base with many Spitfire squadrons passing through. It was used not only by the RAF, but also by the Royal Canadian Air Force and several Polish fighter squadrons. RAF Catfoss, near Bransburton, had a small number of Spitfires and trained strike aircraft crews for operations in North Africa and the Middle East. The Huggett Wold airstrip was surveyed for a bomber base, but a better location was found nearby. It was, however, an airstrip was, however, created at Huggett Wold with steel mesh as a pop-up airstrip required for the invasion of Europe. And it's Bomber Command that perhaps has left its largest legacy in East Yorkshire. With its proximity to Germany, the area was home to hundreds of aircraft and crewed by men undertaking some of the most dangerous missions of the war in the skies over continental Europe. RAF Full Sutton, RAF Lisset and RAF Driffield were home to many of those bomber crews. Halifax bombers, Wellington bombers and others. The 158 Squadron based at RAF Lisset lost 144 aircraft in just 2 years, costing the lives of 851 airmen. They are remembered by a fantastic memorial on the Gransmore Road just outside the village. Now, it wasn't just the bomber air bases themselves. We had RAF Carnaby near Bridlington, which was particularly important military asset as it was one of only 3 emergency landing strips in the country. It was 2.7 kilometres long and 230 metres wide, 5 times the normal width, and over 1,500 bombers made emergency landings there during the war, including the dam busters, who landed at Carnaby with their Grand Slam bombs still on board when they were diverted due to bad weather over their targets in Germany. Now, Madam Deputy Speaker, while the RAF played a vital role in my constituency, the infantrymen of the East Yorkshire Regiment also served with distinction throughout the war. Their battalions served at Dunkirk and in India, Burma, North Africa and Sicily before landing in the first wave on Gold Beach on D-Day. Despite many casualties on that first day, they achieved all of their objectives and fought on through Normandy and all the way to Germany. Our area also has a French connection, as a number of regiments from the French Free Army were based at Hornsey under General de Clercq. Now, Madam Deputy Speaker, I'm delighted to have had the brief opportunity this evening to highlight East Yorkshire's rich wartime history, but I also want to pay tribute to all of my own constituents currently serving in the armed forces and to the 5,000 veterans living in the local area, whether it was Normandy or Northern Ireland, on land, air or sea. And on this, the 80th anniversary of the liberation of Europe, we thank you for your service and your sacrifice. Yeah.